It's Joy here again, and this is Joyce Leah. Welcome to my channel. This video is a bit different from what I usually do, but it's necessary because as much as I'm a content creator and I here for the vibes and everything, the fun of it, I'm also Nigerian, and I believe that as Nigerians, especially as Nigerian youths, that still have hope for the Nigerian and African dream. It's important that in times like this, we speak up when we see things that are not supposed to be being. So this video is to lend my voice to my fellow Nigerians in regards to the recent tragedy that happened in Benue State. So for those of us that don't know, on the 13th of June 2025, on Friday, just mere days ago, while some of us were doing TGIF, hey, thank God it's Friday, some of our brothers and sisters in Benue State were mourning over the losses of their family and friends and relatives and loved ones. So on Friday, 13th of June, there was a massacre in Yalewata, I think I pronounced that correct, Yalewata, Benue State. It was supposed to be a peaceful community, a quiet community, a community where victims from other violence ravaged communities sought to find refuge and shelter. And on that tragic evening, many lost their lives. So over 200 people were killed in the massacre at Benue State on Friday. So how did it happen? From the news I watched to get more information about the event, it said that it looks obviously organized because the way everything happened, the way they were killed, it's so obvious. Like you cannot say otherwise that this was not planned, that this was not organized, that this was not done with intent. So from the news I heard that some like the houses they were locked. Perpetrators of this crime, of this massacre, they locked the doors of the houses and then they doused the house in petrol, kerosene, fuel, whatever you want to call it, and then they set houses on fire. Houses that had people inside. There was a man I saw in one of the videos. He said in his house there were 40 people and all of them burned. A very popular public person went to the site himself, very dark man, I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. And he went to check out the site or check out where this thing happened. And he was showing us videos, and in the videos you could see the shape of children that were burned, how small they were cupped, and you can just imagine the fear, the the pain that they went through. This is fire. They were burnt alive. They were not even killed and then burnt. They were burnt alive to ashes. They screamed and cried, and there was no hope. And it was raining. I heard that it was raining very heavily that evening. So even with the heavy rain, the fire was still so bad that even with rain pouring down, the fire burnt people to ashes. For I cannot even say as Nigerian, I cannot even say for whatever reason because it's so obvious what the reasons are. The suspect of this case are armed Fulani herdsmen. In one video I watched, they said these herdsmen, the reason why they are going around killing people because of the drought going on in the northern part of Nigeria. And because of the drought, there is no water for plants to grow for their cows and cattle to feed on. And so they are moving down south. And then in their movement down south to find land for the animals to graze on, they are now competing land with these already inhabitants of the land that I don't know if it was the same. But the point is, we know who the perpetrators are. We know who is or who are behind. The government knows, and yet it seems like we are not watching film. All of us are just sitting down with popcorn, watching what is happening, and the government is doing absolutely nothing about it. And it's why we are here, all of us as Nigerians, all of us are speaking up about this issue. We are here to cry to the government, help us, help Nigeria. Like human beings, it was so bad that some of the people that, like the victims that were actually killed, that didn't die from the fire, that were running when they started doing it, they were running out to find shelter or help or whatever. Some were burned down. They were shot down, and the ones that were not shot down, they were cut down with machetes. To tell you that it was, they were meant, it was like a utterly destroyed. It was like they came with the intention to utterly destroy every living thing or person in that village. And yet the government is quiet, like nothing happened. And then the presidency releases a I don't know what they call it, this statement or whatever, saying the governor of Benue State should settle these disputes for over 200. And you know what's crazy? My God. From the news I watched, when the first reports came in, they said that just a little over 45 lives were lost. And then it was confirmation from the locals that informed us that over 200. Most of them were locals, men, women, children, families. Others were refugees that were running away from other villages that have been destroyed in similar manners, coming to Yaliwata seeking refuge, and then they were killed. So it's like there is no safe space, there is no hiding place for Obi, there is no hiding place for anybody. Where can you be in Nigeria right now? Nigerian government, we're asking, where can we be that we can sleep rest assured that we are safe? How do we see these things happen and we just cross our arms and just come out and just give statements? And apparently, it's a shame to me as a Nigerian that I just found this out when I was doing research about, or when I was searching on this case, that it's not the first time in Benue State. No, let's not talk about the other states that is so obvious. Boko Haram killings in places like Adamawa, Southern Kaduna, in places like Maiduguri, Borno, and all those places. In Benue State, 2023, there were a record of 119 attacks in Benue State in 2023. 400 people died. And somehow it didn't make news, but it didn't make news as this time did. So it didn't even get to the mainstream media. And these are lives that lost. 400 people died. And then that was when they made the law of like open field grazing is banned. But it was not enforced. And that is the problem. The government, they keep making laws. They keep, oh, we do this, we do that. But it is not enforced. It is not enforced. There is no somehow when these people were being killed, gunned down, burned down, cut down, there was no security, like there was no defense for these people. But then the youth come out to protest, and all of a sudden we are seeing helicopters everywhere, we're seeing soldiers, tear gas and everything. The same thing with the ESAs. We come out to speak, and then it looks like we are the ones that are trying to kill Nigeria. But yes, when people are actually being killed, the people are supposed to protect us are nowhere to be found. Some prominent and popular people have spoken on this issue. We have people like Very Black Man. We have, I saw a video of people. We've had some pastors, um, government officials, the Pope, Leo. But it seems like our speaking is not doing anything. Common people do. Regular people have spoken about it. There's lots of posts on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere on this issue. But yet it seems like our speaking is not doing anything. It seems like the voices we are raising is not being heard. It seems it's not enough. It seems our cries are not loud enough. So with this video, I want to call out to Nigerians, wherever you are, whether you're in diaspora like you're out of Nigeria, whether you are in Nigeria, whether you see this today, whether you see this tomorrow, Even if you see this video 5 years later, it is never still too late, because this events like this are not events that should be forgotten. That should be, oh, that was just 5 years ago. Even if it was 10 years ago, we should still speak up. Two followers, one follower, let us speak up, let us raise a cry. Let the government please help us, please see us, please hear our cry for help. We are Nigerians, we are all Nigerians. The people that are behind this attack, the main instigators of this attack, they are every day tirelessly working hard to build and develop their own countries, making sure their own citizens, reinforcing their security agencies, strengthening the military of their country. Because these things is not just about, oh, people die today and then they are buried tomorrow. These things have long-term effects. Already the food prices in Nigeria are already on an all-time high. With these killings and these are attacks on farmers, Benue is the food basket of the nation. And then people that are villages or indigenous of this community are being pillaged and ravaged and massacred. They would obviously not want to be there. And then in an attempt to move to cities or other states, we already know how it is on the roads in Nigeria, traveling from one state to another, how insecure it is. Most likely, these people that have just been victims of one tragedy would fall into the arms or hands of another group of inhuman criminals that will take advantage of this situation. People that are traveling from one state to the other, finding security. The victims of highway robbery, those ones they'll still be kidnapped, they'll still be killed, whether for ritual killing, whether for ransom. Something somehow will still happen. And again, nothing is being done. Nothing is being done. Imagine the families that have a woman who lost her 5 children and her mother one day in less than 24 hours. How do we comfort you? How do we console you? How do they move on from this kind of tragedy? These things are the effect, it's a ripple effect. So many other things and are already going on because of this effect, because of these events. The main cause of this herdsmen migrating and fighting for land with our farmers is because there's drought. Why has nothing been done to prevent or to prevent the prevalence of drought in the northern part of Nigeria? Why have every year we are seeing billions and billions and billions of naira or dollars is being budgeted for agriculture, for this and that, and yet we're not seeing anything. We are hearing of the killings of the farmers, yet no security personnel have been displaced or released to protect these people in their farms so they can work peacefully, so food can be once again distributed to the nation. Nothing is being done. And when we speak up, we are killed. When we speak up, we are arrested. People were arrested from the protest that they did, which they did in the protest. Why? Speaking about the victims of this thing, someone that lost all her family in one day. People that lost their entire generation in one day, their families, their friends, their properties. How do you tell them, oh, forgive? It's easy to say forgive, it's easy to say move on, it's easy to say killing these people back won't do anything. But if we're in their shoes, it's very easy, or thinking from their perspective, it's very easy for them to in an attempt to get the justice for themselves that the Nigerian government so obviously wouldn't give to them. It could turn into a thing of revenge killings. It could turn into a thing of what they call it, ethnical killings or tribal cleansing. And then these victims in turn want to get back at the people that have caused them this thing. And then more innocent lives are being lost, more Nigerians are being killed, and the government is still not doing anything. So there's so many things that would and are going on that I said before by this kind of tragedies. So we're calling on the Nigerian government, please help us. Please prevent and stop the Benue killings. Prevent and stop killings in Nigeria. prevent and stop the rise of insecurity in Nigeria, whether it's kidnapping, whether it's killing, whether it's highway robbery, whether it's terrorism or whatever kind of killing. When would our government see us? When will our government identify the sufferings of the common Nigerian, of the average Nigerian? When would steps be taken, actual realistic steps be taken to curb and stop these matters of insecurities in Nigeria? When would Nigerians no longer feel the need to chase the American dream because we feel like the Nigerian dream or the African dream is impossible? Because with cases like this happening day after day, and even worse cases of corruption, of injustice prevailing every day in Nigeria, it's we've almost, if not we've not already completely lost hope that Nigeria will ever be better. That there's anything like a Nigerian or African dream. Please help us, Nigerian government. Please, Nigerians, fellow Nigerians, let's lend our voices. So our brothers and sisters in the north, in the middle belt, let's speak up against these things. Let's stop clapping for these people for not doing anything. Let's stop cheering them on. Let's stop coming out to receive them with dances and singing. Please, let's unite our voices together. Nigerians are Christians like I am. Let's keep praying. I know some people would say, oh, it's not a time for, it's always a time for prayer. It's always a time for prayer because we believe that God is righteous. We believe that God is faithful. We believe and we know that God hears our prayer. He's a righteous God and He would not sit back and watch injustice prevail. He's able and willing to fight for us. So let's keep praying. Let's not lose hope. Let's not lose faith. It's not the time to lose our faith. It's the time to even build up our faith more. God is not too far that He cannot hear us. His hands are not too short that He cannot reach us. And we just hope and pray that the Nigerian government, they can also hear us and start paying attention to our people, to our country, and that one day, Nigeria will also be great. One day Nigeria will be better. One day Nigeria, it go better, it go better. It has to be better. This cannot be the end of Nigeria's story. No. I hope this video gets to the people that it should get to. I hope it brings any bit of comfort in any way to the victims so they know that they are not alone. They are in this together. We stand with you, we see you, we see your pain, we identify with it. And we hope that somehow we're able to find comfort. We can never move on from this, but we hope that your heart at some point will even just a little bit lightened, and that you find peace. My words are just here, there, here, but the message has been passed and I hope it gets to the ears I should. Please like this video, not for any reason more than so that the algorithm pushes over. I don't know the English, guys. My head is full right now. But so that this video gets more views, and with that the algorithm pushes the video more and is able to reach more people. Let's comment, let's share, not just this video, any post about speaking up on this issue. Let's share it, let's like them, let's comment on them till our voice is too loud to be ignored. Thank you once again. God bless you.
taimako na